Okay, we're still here on the turf installation part of our guide, step 5, but I think a really important step that I want to talk to you about is watering your turf as you're laying the sod. You know, Salvador's been laying sod here. This is a fairly small lawn, but if it was a big lawn, we want to start putting some water on it within 30 minutes after installation, especially in the hot time of the year. This sod's got plenty of moisture inside of it, but it needs to stay cooled down. So don't wait all day. If you had a really, really big lawn, it might take you 6, 7, 8 hours to lay your sod. And if you weren't running your sprinklers back where you'd already started, or having one guy on a hose spraying it down, your sod will start stressing out and having some real issues. So what I'm keying in on here is this lawn only took us 15 minutes to lay. We didn't need to worry about it. But if it was a big lawn, have somebody with a hose out there, or be turning on your sprinklers within 30 minutes after installing your sod until you finish the project. Now we're going to talk about watering the sod a little bit before we roll it. And we're just about finished up here. Salvador's got his last cut, and then we're going to turn the water on, and we're going to water this lawn for maybe 10 minutes. We're going to put a light watering on it. So if you're running your sprinklers back there, like I talked about earlier where you've laid your sod, don't overwater it, but water it for maybe 10 minutes, turn the sprinklers off. Go ahead, Luis, turn the water on, and then we're going to run the roller over it. And what we're going to do with this roller is the roller's going to press the sod down and make sure you have very good sod to earth contact. You want to make sure there's no air underneath the sod. Okay? So we've got our sprinklers on. This isn't a big watering. Don't overwater it because you're going to be walking on it. So just maybe about 10 minutes, and that's enough water. Okay, Luis, why don't you go ahead and turn the water off. And Salvador, let's show them how to roll the sod. Your rolling is a nice straight rolling pattern. Don't be weaving and bobbing all over your grass. If you've got a curve, no problem, go on around your curve. But he's filled this roller up about half full with water. You know, you don't have to get carried away. And he's gonna roll his sod. And the reason I say don't get into a big turning pattern is you don't want to be out there moving the sod around or tweaking it or moving it with your heels and digging the area up. So just a nice smooth roll. Okay. Now what we're gonna do here, that's good, Salvador. We'll go ahead and finish rolling it, and we'll talk a little bit about watering. We're getting towards the end of the guide. Salvador's finished rolling the lawn. Now we're going to go ahead and turn the water on. The heavy watering on the sod is very important. It says in our guide to water for 2 to 3 hours after installing the sod. Now that doesn't have to be at one time on each section. So you might want to turn the water on for 45 minutes, and if it really starts running off bad, let it soak in for a while. Then later on, an hour or two later, turn it on again. But you want enough moisture below this sod that you'll get 6 inches of saturated soil. I think one of the problems that we have when people are done laying their sod is that if we're ever going to have an issue, if they only watered for 10 minutes and then walked away from it, you never get that deep 6 inches of moisture. So heavy watering, a couple hours of watering, even if it takes the next day, turning it on for a while, letting it soak in, turning it on again and letting it soak in, and getting 6 inches of moisture below the sod. After you've done that, you've got the heavy watering on, you're going to have a successful lawn. Now if you've got a timer on your lawn, which we do recommend, we're going to want to water your lawn in the hot summertime when it's direct sun. We're going to water your lawn 3 to 4 times a day for the first 2 weeks. Now these waterings are not going to be in the evening, they're going to be right in the heat of the day, and that's not going to hurt your grass, it's going to be a benefit. They're not long waterings. We're talking probably